What's up guys, Wildland Customs here, and today we're going to take a look at Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Voyager class Shockwave. Finally got this guy, looks pretty cool. Take a look at the back. Here's some art. Looks pretty nice. Alright, let's open them up. Alright, so here is Shockwave in vehicle mode. Looks pretty decent, I guess. So far in the show we saw once in it, but then honestly I'm not really sure I did it right. It's kind of flimsy in vehicle mode, I feel like. But I'm probably not going to have him in vehicle mode that often, but just to show it off right now. So here he is, kind of like a Cybertronian tank. Here's his little gimmick for his cannon, which is pretty cool. Nice. We'll get more into that when he's transformed. But of course you can add on these Beast Hunter like additions. Like so. Goes something like that, but we don't care about that, do we? So let's get into transformation. For transformation, it's kind of simple. Might have some trickiness, but basically what I'm going to do is fold out the arms back out first, what I like to do. Unhook it in the back, just like that. Then you want to fold this in. Bring it around the head. Push this back just a little bit. Fold this up. Just like that. Then you want to strip. The feet are a little bit tricky. You got to slide this in all the way, but make sure you don't go all the way because it actually comes off. I did that before by accidentally. So it just lines up nicely, just like that, and then bring the feet up. Same thing on the other side. Gently slide it all the way in. Bring it up. And then you just line up the legs. Like so. Halfway there. Straighten up the arm. Just like that. Back here. You bring this down. You can actually open up the back right here. Well, actually you can bring these up too if you want. But back here you could take out the this part and stick this in right here if it wants to go in. And there you got Shockwave. Alright guys, so here's Shockwave in robot mode, and definitely looks like a really great figure. Definitely has its pros and cons, but we'll get into that later. But let's take a look at him up close. And he definitely looks really show accurate. I like it a lot. Take a look at that. Looks nice. And sometimes, you know, all we want is a nice big diesel looking Shockwave, and this one delivers nicely. Let's get into articulation first to get that out of the way. For articulation, he has a swivel head, goes left, right, doesn't go up and down. His shoulders are nice joints where they go up, down, in and out, back and forth. Bicep, elbow, and right here at the wrist. Actually, the wrist is on a ball joint. The shoulders actually have nice shoulder pads. They're actually on springs, so when you move his arms up, they go up, but then when you bring them down, they go back down, which is pretty cool. This arm, basically up to here, it's the same exact thing, but he has a huge cannon on it, which is nice, and has a swivel over there. Nothing in the upper body. Going down to his legs go forward and back, in and out. Swivel at the thigh, knee, and at the toes, and this goes that much. So basic articulation for a Transformer. Nothing new really, except for these shoulder pads, which are really cool. Hopefully all the new ones will get that. What else? His gun is pretty cool too. I'm not really sure it's supposed to be like this. I think it is because of this, how this looks, but it would make more sense. Actually, there you go. Never mind. So there you go, like that. And you could press this. And that's pretty cool, honestly. It looks pretty nice. I actually scared my girlfriend doing this. And it kind of just sits around and wobbles a little bit, but It's not that bad. You can take a look at the back. He has a little back cable right here, not that big though. They don't really peg in at all, they just sit there. Not a big deal. You could, like I said before, you could take out the chains from his tank mode, I guess you could say, and put it over here, but I took it off because, you know, when you move it around, it actually kind of like goes up and down, so I found that annoying. And what else do I find annoying? I did notice that my arm on this guy, take a look right here, it was jetting out a little bit, I guess from all the movement of the cannon. I had to push it back in. I saw someone else do a review and his arm just actually popped right off because of these swivels. I really hate these, and they don't. What I usually do, I actually take a little bit of epoxy and I cover it up so it can never come out. Something you want to do maybe. But other than that, you just pop it back, you just push it in a little bit more, and that'd be fine. Take a look at this head. It's pretty cool. So it's definitely a nice figure. We get into size comparisons after that, up at the end, but you know, there's not that much to say about this guy. He looks cool. It's definitely a great addition to your group of Transformers, and that's all you can really ask for sometimes. He does come with the gimmicks with the Beast Hunters stuff. You could kind of pop it right in. It's like that. Do we really care about that? No. And it goes up here also. It's like that, but who cares? So yeah, it's pretty cool figure. You know, not that much gimmicks. No missiles, no anything like that. But you know, honestly, we don't really need that kind of stuff. We just want a nice, cool Shockwave. Size comparisons, here is Shockwave with some of the other Decepticons. And first off, let me say I was actually very disappointed in the size of Shockwave on the show. We saw him in flashbacks, he looked huge, he looked big, and then when he came back in the third season, when he's standing next to Megatron, you'd think they would be the same size, or if not, he was bigger, but he's actually smaller than Megatron. It looks like he's the second biggest of all of them though, which is not a bad thing, still a good thing, but I just thought he'd be a lot bigger, just like in this kind of size comparison. When he's actually a lot bigger than Megatron. But you can't really complain that much, so as long as he's bigger, you know, he's a big guy, so that's all, it's pretty good. And if you want to see a size comparison with him, just for the hell of it. And here is Shockwave with some of the Autobots, and definitely I like the size comparison. I like how he's so big and huge. Definitely looks nice, and here he is, of course, with the two guys that we saw him in the flashback, so that's pretty cool and fun. And of course, here is Shockwave with the new Optimus Prime figure. Optimus is just a tad bigger, taller than Shockwave, but they're pretty much the same size and body, so it's not a big deal, and definitely looks pretty cool next to them side by side. So that's basically it, guys. Definitely a pretty cool figure. Go check him out and go get him if you could definitely find him. He's definitely online right now, but a lot of vendors, a lot of people are selling for like 50 bucks. I definitely did not pay that much for it. If you're lucky like I was able to find him at a Toys R Us for $25, so I definitely got lucky there. I actually found out about him being at Toys R Us really late at night, and me and my girlfriend went out to get him almost around like 10 o'clock, so you gotta do what you gotta do. So that's about it, guys. Like always, thank you for watching. Comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want, just pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and go to wildandcustoms.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.